Hey, what's up? It's Dadlife and Other Stories, lucky episode 13. It's about 8:56 on a Wednesday. I got another guest with me. Say hello.
Hi, everybody out there.
So it's Jem again, if you didn't recognize the voice. Um, if you didn't listen to last week's podcast, what the hell are you doing? Listen to 13. You should listen to 12 first. But 12 actually has to do with this episode. We were talking about hypnotherapy and its what it is, its purposes, um, just different things like that. And me and Elaine, who is currently putting my baby down because we did this one kind of late, but hopefully she'll join us before the hour's over. We're gonna try and go to an hour again. Hopefully it wasn't too long for you guys, but we're gonna go ahead and give the results. But I don't think I want to do it quite yet. I'll probably have you guys wait and actually listen to the whole damn show if you want to figure it out. Um, but we did get hypnotherapy. We also got a boost. It was awesome. It was super relaxing for anybody out there who thinks it's weird or like, like they were saying, like make you cluck like a chicken and all that stuff. Nothing like that. It's super relaxing. It's really fun, and yeah, that's Elaine. So, but yeah, you'll be fine, and it really does help with your subconscious. So, how was your week, Jem? How's it going?
It's going okay. It's very, very busy.
Very busy week. Pretty
Yes,
good.
lots to talk about.
Cool. Yeah, mine was shitty because I just went through stupid shit. But you know what? I'm here and I'm doing this podcast, and I really do appreciate everybody who listened to it. We got like 64 views in like 4 days, and you may think that's shit, but I think it's awesome. Uh, it's really cool to me that not just the same old viewers are listening to it. I got people reposting it. I got people asking about it. I got people wanting to be on the show. I got people asking about the hypnotherapy this week. It's been nothing but cool, and I really do appreciate that. I know I had said that I was trying to get into a more positive mindset, and I'm still striving for that, but you can't get to that in just 1 week. So still striving. But yeah, last week was just pure shit. And you know what? It wasn't even the whole week that was shit. It was just like this day. And this one day, like, turned. The week's not even over. And it's like it turned my whole week. I'm already looking forward to like Thursday and Friday. It's just going to be crappy. But um, it was just a bum out. And, I went to work bummed out. And it was just a lot of negative stuff that was coming at me. And for those out there who are having a week like that, I just want to tell you that you know what, it's okay, and everybody does it, and it's not the end of the world. Don't kill yourself. Don't cry. Don't feel bad. It's just ill feelings that are just gonna go away anyway. Um, yeah, I mean, I was feeling terrible, and it was like I watched my puppy get run over. Like I'm just sitting there, and I'm super depressed, and I have to put on a face for like for these customers at work, and they're like, "Oh, hey, do you have Elder Scrolls? Do you have Skyrim?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's over there. Like, here's this cool RPG game. There's like 300 hours, and you can play with it." It's like, fuck. And in my head, I'm like, "Get the fuck out of my face. I don't give a shit about Skyrim. I don't give a shit about these fucking games. I hate these fucking games. I don't play them. Get the fuck out of my face." And it's like, before I would have said that, I'd been like, I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? But I would get sent home. I'd probably get fired, and it was whatever. And I know you guys have heard that because you guys have listened to these podcasts, and it was like asshole of the week and this dude, and I fucking hate this job and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you know what? I started enjoying my job, and then this day happened, and I just got upset. So for those out there who tend to take their shit to work, or if you're bedridden or whatever, um, just know that it's okay, and dumb shit happens, and it'll be all right, and it'll be fine. Send me a comment on Facebook if you think I'm lying. Send me a message on Facebook if you think I'm lying. Um, Shit happens, to be honest, and we can't get depressed about it. We can't just go off on ourselves. We can't just go get a gun and shoot people. We can't shoot it in the air in a public place. We can't do those things. We just go through it. Grab some friends, grab a close friend, grab somebody you can talk to, and just let it out. Let that shit out, and just, you know what I mean, get over it. I mean, sad but true. You got to get over it, and you got to keep going. You got to keep trucking, because to just sit there and be depressed is just to be stagnant. Just get out there, start doing what you want to do. Doesn't matter. Um, so with that, um, you know what? I don't have an asshole of the week this week. I did, you know what? I did get this shitty family who walked in and they walked into GameStop and they bought Black Ops 2 and they wanted to buy an iPod. And this lady was pretty cool. She was, cordial, and she was like, "Oh, hey, I just want a Black Ops 2 and whatever." So I was like, "Okay, cool." And then this fucking dude comes in. He's like, "Hey, sir. Hey, is there a sushi restaurant around here?" And I'm like, I'm like, "Yeah, right across the way." And he's like, "Across the street?" And I'm like, "No, it's called Sayaka's. It's right about the way." He's like, "Who?" And I was like, "Sayaka's. It's right there." And he's like, "Oh, okay, all right. Thank you, sir. Thank you." And it's like, fuck, man, how fucking ignorant can you sound right now? Like, gosh damn. And then I guess the name of the little girl was Beautiful. So he's like, "Beautiful, beautiful. Where you at?" And I'm like, fuck, man, get the fuck out of my store. And then his wife comes in and she buys the iPod Touch, and I ask her if she wants a warranty. She goes, "What that entail?" And I'm like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "All right, so here, this is what it is. It only covers system defects, things like that." And and so she goes, "Okay, yeah, I'll buy it." And I go, "Okay, first name?" She goes, "Princess." And I go, "Last name?" She goes, "Williams." And I go, "Princess Williams." She goes, "Yeah." It was fucking funny. It was just great. But yeah, so that's my asshole family of the week. You ever catch them and they go into your store, you'll understand. Look for Princess.
Or beautiful.
Or beautiful. And yeah, so that was my week. I'm trying to keep it going because I don't want to give away hypnotherapy results just yet. But yeah, Elaine joined us here. Say what's up.
Hello.
And Lily's here. So have you gotten anybody hit you up yet about going in for a session or anything?
Oh yeah, and
really,
like
cool.
I told you, our good friend Vanessa and stuff like that. So,
oh, nice.
Vanessa, I hope you're listening. And we also talked about doing that past life regression. Like that would be cool to do as a group too.
Yeah, definitely. I got a couple of people who were interested in the hypnotherapy session as well as the past life regression. So I feel like we got enough to do a small group of the past life regression. So hopefully we can do that this week or whenever Jem has time, and then we'll give you guys the results for that. So if you're into that, that'd be awesome. Do you want to go ahead and explain what that is, just so they know what we're getting into?
Okay, well, past life regression, basically you go into your deep state of relaxation, and we kind of take you back further, like beyond your birth time that you're in right now, and see if we can discover anything about any past lives that you may have had. So
do usually people who do this, do they usually get results, or is it like hit or miss?
Yes.
So it's always usually
But I've never seen anybody really get results that they actually expected. They think they're going to go here, and then they end up going somewhere else. So
I kind of have this vision that I was a black guy.
Maybe that's why you know how to dress them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and possibly during slave time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. What makes you think that?
Because at times I feel broken, but I'm gonna overcome. And that's dead serious. It sounds funny, but I'm dead serious. You talk to my buddy Aaron, ask him. He's gonna say, "Oh yeah, that dude's black for sure." Like, yeah, I know. You know what? I don't give a shit. I know how to make Kool-Aid. I'm not into chicken, but I don't even like watermelon either. But I don't think black people like watermelon either, so it's cool.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I have a feeling, but who knows? I could be a white Nazi. So.
Yeah, it might end up going that way, but so yeah, that would be really exciting. And like I said, you write things down. Like as soon as you come out of it, well, like you come out of that state, and instead of just sitting up and talking, because you're kind of still in a little daze or whatever, you just write like all these notes down and stuff. So and then you can check them out yourself. You can go online and see if that stuff really existed.
Cool, awesome. Is there anything else like besides past life regression and hypnotherapy that
I
can also come about?
I have a 6-week class coming up. It's health and hypnosis. So it's 6 weeks of progressive classes where you take different things in your lifestyle that you want to change to become more healthy, and it's also group hypnosis at the end. So It's like an hour and a half class, and so you 45 minutes to chat, and then 45 minutes of hypnosis. So I have that coming up.
So I want to say like a lot of people in the world want to live better. Everybody wants to live better. They all want to be skinny and they all want to do those things. What would be like, in your opinion, the first thing to change?
Of the biggest thing that's plaguing you. I mean, it's everybody's journey is different. My son was a vegan for like 8 years, and then all of a sudden one day he's like, "Hey, that's not going to work for me," and blah 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 blah. And he thought that I was going to kind of judge him or whatever. I said, "Hey, who cares? You know what I mean? Do what works for you at the moment." So I personally don't drink sodas a whole bunch. There was a time where I did, but in your mind what your biggest challenge is. And I would say just try to dump that one first and take your time and allow yourself to make mistakes and don't even worry about the guilt and just keep moving forward. A lot of people say, "Oh shit, I blew my diet in the morning. I might as well fuck off the rest of the day." Don't even do that. Get on track as soon as you can, because you're only going to feel worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of it, what do you think your biggest challenge is as far as getting healthy?
Myself. Seriously, I mean, it's myself. It's the negative attitude. It's the beating yourself up. It's the, it's just stuff like that. It's really the mental stuff, because cutting out soda, not a big deal to me. Cutting out whatever, it's not a big deal to me. But like my mentality in it is what holds me back.
Well, everything starts in the mind. Everything starts and ends in the mind. Yeah. And think about that. Every single thing you do, everything that you're about, every habit you have, every dream that you dream at night, every creative thought, everything starts and ends in the mind. Yeah. So, actually, I mean, that's really a good point. You have to start fixing that first. And that's why hypnosis helps, I think, because you could kind of get a little jump start and stuff.
Yeah, before I was like, oh yeah, this is, because I was really nervous, of course, like it was anxiety and shit. But I was real nervous about it at first, and I felt it like all in my face and stuff. But then afterwards, like when I got the boost, it was like, it almost felt like I fell asleep. Like it was cool. I think I jumped once. I was like, oh, because I was just so deep into my subconscious. Am I saying that right? Am I so deep into my subconscious that I didn't even realize like you were talking, to be honest. Like, not to say I wasn't paying attention, but it was just, I was just so relaxed and it was cool. So
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, you don't really even have to pay attention. It's not about paying attention. It's about, being relaxed enough so that those things are just there. They're just absorbed like other things. So what did you think it was going to be like? I mean, how was it for you? Like what you imagined it was going to be like versus how it was? What were like the differences?
What I imagined it was going to be was... What I imagined it was going to be was just... well, I knew you were going to talk.
That's a given. I always
talk.
Well,
no. I knew, but there was like, I knew you were going to, I know you had your own communication that you had to do, but to be honest, I don't know. I guess something like that, but I guess I just thought I was just going to I thought I was just going to sit there and talk to myself. Like, you were going to tell me like, okay, what did you want out of this? And I was like, okay. I want to be more positive. Okay. So like, I'm going to be like, gonna be positive, like be the whole Dorothy thing. Like, right. I'm gonna be positive. Like, and finally, I just believe I'm positive. Like, that's what I thought it was gonna be. So, like, we'll like say,
and the sky would open up and blah blah and stuff. Yeah.
And like 2 birds would come down, and I'd be like, oh, cool. Like, and it'd just be this crazy experience. But it wasn't like that at all. And it was actually it was just really relaxing. I got a really good night's sleep. And yeah, it was cool.
How about for you? Was it like, what did you have in your mind? What were you thinking is going to happen, and versus what happened? How was that for you?
In my mind, I thought it was going to be like when you go to like the fair and they pull the people on stage and they make you like, yeah. That's what I thought it was going to be like. That's why I was really nervous. But just like Derek said, you just went really relaxed, and the second time we did it, when we got the booth, I didn't remember anything.
Which is great.
Yeah, I just fell asleep and woke up. And it was weird how you wake up. It's just like you're in a deep sleep, and then all of a sudden your eyes are open. And it was just, yeah, it was good.
One of the things I thought was really interesting was, okay, well, how was the relaxation process for you? Like when you started relaxing and stuff? I know you switched around a few times the first time.
The first time?
Yeah.
Well, there's this thing where you're not supposed to cross your legs, and I kept wanting to do that, and then I at first I started sitting up again with my back against the couch, and then I slowly just slipped down till I was finally on the floor. Um, so at first I was really nervous, because just you have I'm listening to the counting and trying to focus on what you were saying, um, and then I started visualizing different things. So then I started focusing on that, on that, and then after that, once I woke up, it was like, oh, like it was like I was just really relaxed. So.
I think like when you go through that purge, because I remember you describing to me how you could actually see one color of breath go in and a different color of breath go out.
Yeah.
And I think, and you kind of like, for me, I know that I experienced like racing thoughts for a while, you know what I mean? Like I can hear you and everything, but, I'm like, oh, thinking about just other crap. Like, oh, I got to go put dinner away, or what am I going to do tomorrow? Or I don't have any gas in the car. Just, you have like all these racing thoughts. And I think like, as soon as you like learn to purge all of those things, you can slip into that state of relaxation, and, then it kind of all does it for itself, which is kind of cool because you don't have to do that much work,
Yeah, the second time I really didn't do much, and I thought I was being kind of rude because I fell asleep, and I was like, oh shit! I was like, oh, I think that's why I jumped, because I was like, oh shit, I fell asleep.
I think you think you're falling asleep, but then you wouldn't wake up. Like Nathan was saying, you wouldn't wake up, when we count. You know what I mean? If you were asleep, then you would be like asleep. And when I was talking to Joelle, because she did it with us that last time, she goes, I heard you talking about me. She goes, but I wanted to stay there. And I was like, that's what I do. Because remember I was telling you that it's such a relaxed state that you're kind of like, oh, I just want to stay here a couple more seconds. And you kind of resist coming out of it and stuff like that. So what other pictures do you remember? What else do you guys remember? Because you guys took the same journey pretty much both times.
The first time it was really hard to, like you said, my mind was racing and I just kept thinking about a lot of things. So it was hard to sit there and get into that deep stage. But the second time, I really don't remember anything. Like I said, I heard you talking, and then when my mind would start to drift, then I would come back and try to like focus on my breathing, and then I just remember going to sleep.
And it's cool because when I talked to you both, like I said, you remember colors and smells and stuff, and actually you remembered the images.
Yeah, the pictures.
Yeah, and we had talked about how I wanted you to picture, the perfect scenario and stuff like that. Right. And I know when I talked to you later in the week, you brought that up again, how that worked for you.
Yeah.
So kind of like describe how you were saying that you weren't forced to do it. The hypnosis didn't make you do it, but it made you more aware of
yeah, definitely. What you're doing. When I came home and, there was laundry that needed to be put away or what have you, it was kind of more like, well, okay, I can stay here in bed and go to sleep and have the laundry still there tomorrow, or I can put it away. So it helped me just more. I don't necessarily think it gave me like the energy to do it, but I just I guess, I don't know how to say it. Like, it just made me more like, okay, I need to get this done.
Right.
So I was still tired and, I was still wanting to go to bed, but I just knew it had to get done. So I did it.
And for those of you who didn't remember, she was focusing on being motivated when she got out of work, which is hard as it is. Yeah. And to do things that she typically wouldn't do, that she kind of ignores. Yeah. As well as being more positive. But I know that was a big thing for you, to be able to spend more quality time with your family and staff. So, yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, and that was a funny thing too, was after getting out of that, the next day was the day that I was talking about, that I was just like, I was real irritable, and all that shit happened. But yeah, I mean, I'm not blaming hypnotherapy. I'm not blaming all that stuff, because what I have noticed is one of the things I asked for was to not be so afraid and have all this fear. And I've been a lot more direct in what I've been saying, and not really backing down on things that, I mean, before, like, I guess before I would kind of like be a pushover, and now it's like I'm kind of like, no, this just doesn't work for me. Sorry, but it just doesn't work. And before I would be afraid of those things, because it's like, oh, what if this person's not going to like me? What if this person's offended by what I say? But now it's just kind of like, what, it's out of sincerity. It's like, what, I'm just not comfortable. Sorry. And so with that stuff, I've been really that one's been really good.
So you've kind of been more assertive in your position with things and stuff like that. And that's really, two things I'm thinking of right here. That's really good because what happens is that cycle perpetuates itself. You know, you think, okay, I didn't say anything. I didn't offend anybody. There's no consequences. I'm going to continue this pattern of holding back because, wow, it kind of worked. But, you know, on the surface, it kind of looks like it works, but really you're the one that's taking, you know, it costs you the most because you don't really stick up for yourself or do what you want. So as far as like on the outside, it looks like it's working, but what's it doing to you on the inside? You know what I mean? And that damage is just real intense.
And it does because, it reminds me of this thing I posted on Instagram, and it talks about living life simply, why complicate things, and it was something like, you know, if you're missing somebody, call them. If you're bothered by something, say it. Just like it was just so simple, and I was like, you know what, that's how I want to live, and that's how I want to do it. Is like just say everything. You know, like why complicate things with holding stuff back or lying or, you know, all these different things that we do to not hurt feelings. But I mean, I guess let's just be honest, you know.
I think
throw it out there.
And I think that a lot of people can relate to what you're saying. And it's kind of like easy to say, well, I'm just going to do this from now on. But like we've had this discussion before, all the things that bring you there, all the things that program you from an early age, all the things that happen in your life, that's what you're used to repeating. You know, it's a habit. Those things become a habit. You know, holding back becomes a habit. Being extra cautious becomes a habit. Overthinking things becomes a habit. And just like anything else, it takes time to break those habits. You've got to get to the core of the problem and fix it there so that you can move forward. So
that's really solid advice. And I mean, you probably didn't know I was going to do this, but if for anybody out there who's listening and has questions for Jim or myself or Elaine, write us on Facebook. I mean, you know, write me. I'd be happy to forward the message or anything like that. I mean, I personally, since I've been doing that, don't get enough feedback. So I'd really appreciate at least a letter, even if it's just like, hey, like, appreciate what you're doing or anything like that. Or like, hey, you fucking suck, whatever. I just need something. So, would you be open to that? Like any questions?
Oh, sure. I would love that. You know, I thrive on that. The thing is too, though, is that we're saying this to a group of people that don't assert themselves. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, really, that really even holds more value to me. The people that don't really speak up, if they would really, you know, say something to you, message me or something, I mean, that really means a lot more. And, you know, like you said, knowing that there's other people out there, because I told you during the week, hey, if you're having a shitty week, just tell me.
Yeah.
Just tell me. Really, it doesn't bother me. Actually, you know, they say misery loves comfort, you know.
Right.
Or misery loves company, excuse me. So, you know, when you say you're having a shitty day, maybe I won't have the right thing to say, but maybe all I have to do is listen.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's usually what people need a lot, is just to listen and vent. I mean, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, just vent it out and then you feel better. I mean, at least I do. I don't know. But
it's that whole judgment thing, you know. You're thinking, oh man, if I go and complain about this or that or da 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 da, what are they gonna think or blah blah, you know?
It's like, oh, I'm such an asshole because I did this, you know.
Yeah, I actually appreciated you saying "fuck you" on the post and everything. That was like good. I was like, oh, okay. I had to like it.
It was a general "fuck you" to everyone.
That's my best. No.
It wasn't. Yeah, well, that's what I was feeling. You know, it was like, I mean, and I know people feel like that. And in the age of Facebook, we can just go to our cyber diary and post a fucking long, stupid ass, dramatic post about how we hate life. And people will like it, and people will say, people you don't even fucking talk to half the time will sit there and like it, and will sit there and say, hey, it's okay, buddy, don't worry about it, you'll have it. And I'm not saying that to harp on anybody, I really do appreciate it, but it's kind of funny to me that in this age, there's no personal relationship. It's like I can just spout off my mouth in however many characters I choose, and people can like it. People from all over the world can sit there and say, hey, you know what, it's okay. And I appreciate that, but I would really love the older style of, hey, what are you doing? Do you want to meet up? I had a shitty day. Or hey, are you at home? Cool, I'm gonna come by. It's like just things like that I appreciate more. But I do appreciate the kind words like Judah. I don't know if you listen to this, but you're an awesome guy, and I really do appreciate the stuff you say. Because for being as old as you are, because you're an old ass man, you have a lot of wisdom, and I really do listen to the stuff that you post. So thanks. But yeah, just I mean, I like the fact that I can do stuff like that, but then I don't like it because, like I said, it's like I just want to delete it because it just sounds retarded.
Yeah, I could totally understand that, and I worry about the impact on society that has. You know what I mean?
Nothing's personal anymore.
Yeah,
it's just Twitter, Facebook, even marketing. People market with that too. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's just like it's not the whole. Make up a nice poster, get a model. It's like it's all Facebook. Who's wearing it? Who's supporting it the most? Things like that. It's just I don't know. It's different.
Well, it's funny also because I know that usually when I do get some kind of a message, it's third party. Mm-hmm. So even when I know, like there was a while back when Jake told me, "Oh yeah, Derek wants to learn how to eat healthier," but it's Jake that told me, and like we had encounters. And I had your phone number, or my phone number was easily accessible, because I have a list of Jake's friends. Jake friend this, Jake friend that, but it's like you never called me, or I told him, well, tell him to call me. Of course, I don't know if he did, but.
I don't know. Maybe he did.
But it's a lot of that stuff is like third party, I agree. I definitely feel everybody's communication is valuable, and we would know what more to talk about.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And how to focus in and see how many people it actually reached and stuff. So
yeah, so that's and with all that said, that's why I would love the messages and would love. I know it's over Facebook, and I just shit on Facebook, but I mean, I'm not gonna give out my number either. So, just send me that message or send me a comment, whatever it is. Even just the cool like, hey, you're doing a good job or whatever. Like, I really do appreciate it, and it really does keep this podcast going because, as long as I know one person is listening to it, I'll always do it. So, thank you guys again. And with that, I'm gonna play Negative Effects. All right, thanks.
I know.
All right, so that was Negative Effects with Feel Like a Man. You guys may have heard that song because Ceremony covered it. That wasn't an original Ceremony song, as a lot of people thought. If you haven't heard Negative Effects and you're into fast, pissed off hardcore, definitely listen to them. Pick up their self-titled. It's pretty much the only thing they had. And also the singer went on to be in Slapshot and Last Rites. So if you've never heard Negative Effects, pick it up, buy it. It's great. It's great stuff, and it's definitely been getting me through the week. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up. We normally don't do this, but I'm you know I got a couple questions today on the whole dating game, and I'm not in the dating game, but I know people who are, and it's just real funny to hear that stuff. We were talking about dudes in skinny jeans. I know I have friends who wear skinny jeans. I'm too fat to wear skinny jeans, which is why I don't wear skinny jeans. And fat people who do wear skinny jeans, it doesn't look good. It just doesn't. I mean, but if you're comfortable, more power to you because you probably get a lot of bitches. So, with that, we had gotten on a discussion about the type of men women enjoy and the type of women that men enjoy. Like certain styles get different women. So like, you know, the big like Jordan 4s and skinny jeans with like a button down all matched up and shit with like a big ass cross medallion and like the faux hawk with like the Pitbull glasses and the snapback. You know, that normally gets like the club girl, you know, girls that's like in the clubs and takes the pictures with the duck face and all that shit. And then, you know, you got like the athletic dude who like it's just real casual, you know, like nice set of jeans, some Air Maxes, V-neck, plain shirt, probably shops at Express, wears polos, has a nice clean haircut, but nothing crazy, maybe a buzz cut, but not like a shaved head, like a fade. So, so yeah, you got that, and that gets like your more athletic girl, kind of like cheerleader in high school, or just is into stuff, you know. And then you got your big dude who like is real stylish, so he gets the skinny girl who's like into style because he probably makes a gang of money. So, so he takes his girl to like Michael Kors and all that shit. And then you got like just the regular dude who finds the regular girl. Then you got like the punk rock couple, you know, who like support each other. You got the goth couple who just wear fucking black all day. Like, you know, you got all these different people. You got all these different people that you're into. So since we kind of got this cool little group here, I got my wife and Jem, you know, two women, no stranger to the dating game. Well, Elaine, not anymore, but you know, been in and out of it, I guess. And so I wanted to go ahead and ask, because the way this started too is I was feeling like real self-conscious, and I was like, man, I want to wear skinny jeans and pretty much look like Wes from Cold Cave, so I can look hot like when I look at myself, because Wes is a handsome dude. He may only have one hand, but he's a handsome fucking dude. So I mean,
that one hand's probably a really good hand.
Right? Yeah, exactly. He knows what to do with it. So he knows all the, you know, from the bowling ball all the way to the strawberry to all these different positions. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you're probably still in the dating game. So, anyways, I wanted to look like that, like the nice comb over and the fucking Ray-Bans. I wanted to look like a fucking Lost Boy, but less like gay, I guess. And just look super hot, right? With like boots and stuff. And so I asked my wife, I was like, you know, what, you know, do I look attractive? Like, am I fat? Like, am I like overweight? And she's like, no, like, you're like, her words were, I think they were like, everybody can lose a couple pounds, but you're okay. And so I was like, all right, cool.
Was that like the equivalent to these jeans make me look fat?
Yeah. I was like, no. You know, like, but yeah, so with that, I was like, you know, would you find me more attractive if I wore like skinny jeans and like tighter shirts? And she was like, no, I like the jeans that you wear. I like the fit that you wear. For those that don't know, I wear Relax Fit 559s if you want to buy me a pair. But she was like, I like the way you dress. I like my men to look like men. And so I thought that was real cool for me because she's my wife and she likes the way I look. But I mean, I got other dudes in the, you know, like I said, who are single, and they're like, you know, oh man, I want to, you know, I like these type of girls. I like this type of girls. And it's like, okay, well, maybe you should dress that way. So what I wanted to ask anyways was, what is it that you guys both look for in guys? Like from the way they dress to the way they act, let's just say personality and physically. So whoever wants to go first.
Wait, I have a question first. Okay, so if she would have said, I want you to wear skinny jeans, then what?
I would have had to lose weight, and my fat ass would have had to fit in skinny jeans, and I'd feel so uncomfortable. Because I have fucking thunder thighs, so it's like, I'm not into it. Like, I could start a fucking fire. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah.
Okay, you go first.
What was the question?
Oh my gosh, dude.
No.
All right.
Personality and looks,
What do you look for in a man?
Uh-huh.
Physically, meaning his clothes, his style of dress, what fucking shoes he wears, to his personality. Like, what is he got to be into? What does he got to be into? And then I'll ask the second.
I don't really pay attention to shoes, but if he's wearing like socks with sandals, like I know you do, that shit bugs the shit out of me because it's just like, why wear sandals? But
is that like shorts with a jacket?
You do that too, and a beanie.
That's to justify that. That's California style, because in California you can fucking go surfing in the morning and go snowboarding in the daytime. So I rock.
But you can't. You're not doing them at the same time. That's what you're doing.
But I rock shorts. I rock shorts with a white tee, long socks, and then sandals, and then a beanie.
Got
so
that
it's like
visual, everybody.
Yeah, ladies. So.
But yeah, I don't pay attention to shoes really. Yeah, I don't want my man to look like a girl, like you were saying. Like I want him to look like a man, dress like a dude. So I mean, yeah, that's what. Yeah, I really pay attention to the face. I guess you have to have a nice face, which you do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The hair as well.
I feel like a third wheel.
We'll be right back.
The hair is also important. You got to have it, taken care of. It can't just be like, I'm not really into long hair on guys. Again, it comes back to the guys looking like a guy. But yeah, if you're like combed, I like beards. So when you have your beard, again, it's all about being a man. Girls can't grow beards, but guys can. So if you got a nice beard and your hair is combed, and then you're attractive.
Who's an actor that you really think is hot?
Gosling.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, because he's a man. So, but personality, you definitely got to make me laugh. So that's number one. And supportive, I guess. Yeah, mostly, yeah, if you can make me laugh. If you can make me laugh, then you've pretty much got me.
That's huge for me, too, because I can tend to get too serious.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, same here. Need somebody to keep it on the light side.
Yeah.
To pull me back.
And somebody a little spontaneous, because I can just be like all about, this is my schedule. Da, 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 da. And somebody that'll say, hey, just like screw everything. Let's go to the movies.
I get mad, but then I'm like, all right, afterwards. That was fun.
Yeah, so that always works.
Yeah.
Gosling, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Among others.
Okay, who else?
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. Come on. That was a Freudian slip. Who else? Name one more.
Who else? I like Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's a cutie.
It's the hair.
It is the hair.
It's the hair. It's definitely the hair. Yeah.
And the eyes. He has nice eyes. Anyways.
Okay.
What was your next question? Or is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or were you just agreeing? Was that like pretty much
I could see like different extremes. Like I like the neatly groomed. I like them to be tall.
Oh yeah,
athletic.
they have to be tall.
Yeah,
they have to be tall. I'm pretty tall.
They have to weigh more than me.
That too. But they have to be tall enough because I'm pretty tall for a girl. So
how tall are you?
5'7". So they have to be tall enough so I can wear heels and still be shorter.
Yeah.
So Derek works
otherwise,
out
like
nice.
you feel like all big and stuff, and it's
definitely you don't feel good.
Yeah, it feels kind of awkward. So yeah, I like tall, a little big. Like I said, I don't mind a little bit heavier. If they have a few pounds, it doesn't really bother me or whatever. But like their values is really important to me. So even if they're like trying to get healthy, or they pay attention to the way they look, that's really important to me. Things I hate.
Yeah.
Or is that the next question? Cannot have the chewed off fingernails. Ew. That is just disgusting. And you cannot have nasty teeth. Ew, that's just really bad too. I can't. And the voice, we were talking about that earlier. I mean,
like a nasally voice.
it's just got to be a good voice. You know what I mean? Like I think, yeah. I mean, if the guy is like seems perfect and looks great and everything, and then he's got this fucked up old voice, you're like, oh hell no, you know what I mean?
Dude,
it's just not gonna work.
Gotta work on your voice,
Work
gentlemen.
on your voice.
Yeah. So
that's
and
true,
of course,
voice.
Yeah, it is.
Do you have a good voice?
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. I love Robert Downey Jr. I love him.
I like Tony Stark.
I like him too.
Tony Stark's awesome.
Definitely the well-groomed thing.
So what's just like a straight up no, like fuck no, like
cowboy?
Really?
Oh hell no.
Women like cowboys though.
Not me.
No?
I'm the wrong woman.
Wow.
I don't like the cholo freaking.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, no.
I'm definitely not doing bald.
Yeah.
I don't care how old I am.
I like hair.
Yeah, I was bald for a little bit. It's going through my little skin.
Bald
phase.
by choice or not by choice? I don't want either of those. Yeah, definitely. But the cowboy, not gonna work. I could do the dirty white boy.
Really?
Yeah, I could do that.
What do you mean dirty? Like doesn't shower?
Well, not necessarily dirty, but they just call him a dirty. You know, like that look with the longer hair and stuff like that. I could do that too. Once in a while. No. Just depends. Just depends.
Yeah.
That shit dirty. No.
And I love. I mean, I can just like Levi's and a black shirt. That works for me.
Simple.
Simplicity.
Yeah, just
I like that.
Every
That's
day.
cool.
I mean, I could just perfect.
That's a good thing for like dudes out there. Like, keep it simple. Just keep it simple. That's like,
but
that's tight to me.
Wait, you have to smell really good.
You have to smell good, but then there's times where you do want them to dress up. Like I like it when you put a nice button.
But that's a man rule, though. You have to have a button up. You have to have a dress shirt. You have to have a tie. You have to have slacks. That's like man rule right there. Like you have to. You don't got that in your closet yet? Go get that shit. You have to. Like you have to. Job interviews. Gonna be a nice lady. Gonna take your moms out. Whatever you're into. Like just you got to do it.
And what's your favorite smell? Your favorite cologne?
My favorite. I really like his deodorant. It smells like. I know it sounds funny.
I got that natural scent.
Yeah,
cool.
no, the deodorant he uses smells
smell good.
Deodorant, not body odor.
Smells good either way.
It smells good. Like when he lifts up his arm, I'm like.
Okay, that's definitely a chemical thing there.
Yeah. I got good pheromones. So.
So there's not a particular cologne that you like?
No.
You have one? Aqua di Gio.
I like a lot. I like the double black a lot.
Oh, okay. You like the Usher cologne?
Yeah.
Not one of my favorites.
But you like Aqua di Gio?
Yeah, and I like Gucci.
Chrome?
Yeah.
Those are the good smells. They smell good. The ones I like wearing, or Curve. I like.
It's funny because like I can remember certain guys by their cologne still. So like I'll be in the market, who's on aisle 8, and I was like, but I can remember. I mean, we're talking like 20 years ago. Somebody I went out with that wore a certain cologne and stuff like that.
Like, I smell Cool Water.
But even like if I think back to my dad, I mean, that sense is just,
My dad used to wear, was it Brute?
Brute.
Oh wow.
That green.
Aftershave. That's some old ass.
Yeah.
Aftershave.
Yeah.
My dad was real. He was a real particular guy. Like he had his shit together. Like he, everybody talk as much shit as they want, but dude had his shit together. And it's funny because he had suits, he had jewelry, he had fucking hair products. He got his haircut all the time. Like he was just set up. Like shoes, jacket, pants, everything. I mean, he was set up, and he used to wear colognes. And it probably sounds weird, because I know what you're saying. Like, you remember your dad, but it's like I remember that too. Like I remember like the jewelry and the hair, and like it was like, yeah, it's my dad right there. Like I was like proud of that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That he was like groomed and just didn't look like shit all the time. So.
It could be like dangerous too, because my dad drank and smoked too.
Yeah.
So I don't particularly like smokers, but when I smell that combination, it does remind me. It's like it's somewhat comforting. I mean, I know it sounds really weird, but it is comforting to me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not big with smokers. But, what about you and smokers?
I used to smoke, so I guess I really don't have much to say. I mean, I guess I don't mind. It does. It makes your breath smell, makes your fingers smell, makes your clothes smell. But you know, what are you gonna do?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, because I don't feel like I can be like, oh, you can't smoke, but you know, I'm gonna go over here and smoke, right?
No, I don't. I find it disgusting. But I tend to when I drink.
Yeah, it's the devil.
But if I'm like by myself and not doing anything, no, that's right. So,
yeah. What about like? I know it's kind of off subject, but what about with your mom? Are there certain things about your mom now that brings you comfort, or like things that remind you at all?
No.
That was a good answer. A short, quick answer.
Well, you know what? To honestly sit here and think about it,
I mean, like,
no, I can't.
Like, I know my kids say that they'll remember my hands. And I don't know why. My hands, and I used to have long hair all the time when I nursed them and stuff. When they were little, I used to have really long hair, and they remember my hair falling on them when they would nurse and stuff. So it's, you know, I know they have certain things that, you know,
no.
they remember. You don't have anything?
No. I wasn't nursed. So I wasn't nursed. No. You know what? I'm not. We don't even hug, really.
She does.
I don't really.
It's like a half hug.
A half hug with your one arm?
Yeah.
It's
like, but it's still, she's making contact with you. That's gotta count for something,
we don't
right?
really. It does.
You guys aren't affectionate?
No. I kiss her on the cheek once in a while, but it's nothing like. No, there's nothing physically that I find comforting.
What about you and either of your parents?
Physically? When my mom would play with my hair when I was a kid, she would just sit there and kind of like, you know, rub your head and play with your hair. That, if anybody touches my hair, I'm like, out. I'll fall asleep. Yeah. Fall asleep. I just feel so relaxed when people play with my hair because I remember my mom playing with my hair when I was a kid. So.
Yeah, I remember shit. That's sad.
Okay, back to men.
Oh, yeah. Bring on the men. Yeah. Let's see. So
please submit your photos.
Personal photos.
Private. The private pics.
Oh yeah, private pics. Damn. Okay, so coming from you guys, okay? You girls. Best way that a man can approach you. Best way, perfect way. That's not necessarily, you don't have to be into him, but you'll just be respectable about it. Like, you'll be like, oh, you know what, he's a nice guy. You know what I mean? Like, so you don't even, it doesn't even have to be an attractive guy, but just somebody who has the balls to come up to you. What is the perfect way to approach a woman? In your opinion? If you're the approachee.
Someone who's not overconfident, like who comes up and thinks they're the shit and like, yeah, I can get you if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Douchey,
yeah. Don't be a douchebag about it. I guess just someone genuine for me.
Just a genuine, hey, I saw you across the bar. Would you like a drink?
Yeah, or just Howard. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like kind of sometimes a reverse compliment or something like somebody told me, oh my God, what are you doing at this bar? You know, kind of thing.
Really?
You know, yeah. So that was kind of like, I knew what he was saying, like the way he said it, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like a reverse kind of compliment, kind of, you know what I mean? Something a little bit more creative than, hey, sexy. That's just, you know, like,
yeah,
really?
That shit is lame.
Like, what? You know, especially with that online dating stuff, you're like, really? Come on, you know?
I feel like a douche saying that. Like, if
Let's
I was
try
like,
it.
Hey, sexy.
Ah!
Like, but I wouldn't say, I'd be like, hey, sexy. That's how I would say it, because it's like, I'm not confident in saying like, oh, I think you're sexy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Just stupid stuff like that. Just like outright compliments. You're like, oh God.
So what if it was like, wow, like something like real shitty, like 16, like 16-year-old kid, like, oh man, like you're hot, like I don't know, like you know what I mean, like what about, I don't know. I think my whole thing is, what I used to do was I would be like, I'd try to find just some off the wall topic, like whatever was around. So like, say I was at a place and there was music playing or something, and I would just be like, hey, are you into this artist? If I knew who it was, and then that completely sparks conversation, and you kind of get to know. And if usually you kind of get the sign that they're not really liking your conversation, and once that's over, you're like, all right, well, you have a nice night. See ya.
I think that's great. I mean, now that you said that, somebody that's really like kind of like they're, I don't know if observance, but they're kind of like observe something. Like today I saw a guy that's had this wristband on, and I asked him what it was from, and we started talking and stuff. Not that I had like an interest, but I think it's those kind of things, even like in sales, because that's basically what you're doing. You're selling yourself there at that point. You know what I mean? Knowing maybe, hey, I like your hat, or noticing like their shirt that they're wearing, what band's on it, just things like that.
And it's funny you say that, because I think that's where I got it, was from sales. It's like I'd be like, oh, hey, I like your shoes. Where'd you get them? And then you just fall into whatever it is.
And I think it's because you're not like diving straight in, you know what I mean? So exactly. You're not going to be like thrown straight out, you know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
But
yeah. All right, that was good. Useful information for those who are single. Damn. I got nothing.
I know you were talking about though when you were gonna. Oh yeah. Well, how should I dress then?
How should you dress?
Yeah, like if you like, the kind of person that I like, kind of.
Right.
You did really good at that earlier. How would you dress me?
How would I dress you to get someone like that?
Yeah.
Just kind of like I call it casual cute. It's kind of like the flats with like the like nice jeans, and then like a top, but like with like a little sweater, or like just like a sweater top, or like a nice V-neck. Not too much cleavage, because that's just too much. Not too much, but you kind of want to show a little.
No
bit.
bar tops.
No bar tops. You kind of want to show a little bit though. Like you kind of want to show a little bit, but not too much. So kind of like the little bit to where like if you bend down to get something, you can see, but when you're standing straight up, you can't see anything. So and then just the hair could be down if you want to, or just kind of a casual ponytail. I honestly do like buns. I like the shit buns. I think they're cool. But yeah, that's honestly how I would do it.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Be at my house and pick out my clothes.
All right, for sure. Definitely.
And then you were saying something about age. We were talking about age. I mean, I don't think that's really that big of a deal anymore.
Age isn't a big... Go ahead, sorry.
Well, no, that's what I was going to say. I don't think age is... Of course, I'm older, so it's easier for me to say now. But, I mean, I don't think it's that as big of a deal as it used to be. Although my first time I got married, I think my husband was like 12 or 15 years older than me. But now I think it's more acceptable.
At that time, was there common ground in the relationship?
Yeah, somewhat, I think.
Enough to...
I mean, in hindsight, you're like, I'm not so sure about that, but
Well, because that's people's biggest thing. It's like, well, what do you guys talk about? Like, you're so young, It's like, is there some common ground like that? Whether it be career-wise or emotional.
Yeah, there was some common ground.
Okay.
I would definitely say that there was some common ground, but like for me now, where I'm at now, I mean, obviously, I know if I go out with a guy that's a lot younger than me, I'm not going to have a relationship with him. You know what I mean? Not a long-term relationship. You know what I'm saying? I mean, may go out for a few months or just hang out or whatever. Which reminds me, and this one's for you, Jillian. We were discussing what does hang out mean, because that word has gotten me in trouble before. And Jillian's like, hang out after 10 o'clock is booty call.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, okay, so 10 o'clock's the cutoff time. Because that is, that word can get you, that phrase can get you in a lot of trouble.
Just like hook up.
Yeah, no, hang out.
That one's a little more clear to me, okay?
But still, did you make out? Did you go all the way? Did you go halfway?
No. Hang out after 10 is definitely, you're trying to get it in. But if it's before 10...
if it's 9:59, you're all right?
Well, no, even that's cutting it close. But, like, say, if it's a public spot, then, yeah, it's just a hangout. But anytime where somebody's like, do you want to watch a movie? You're trying to get it in, definitely. Definitely. If you want to watch a movie and you say yeah, chances are you're trying to get it in. So.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, definitely.
Any other dangerous phrases?
Let's see. Hook up is definitely one. There's another one. That I can think of right now. That's really all I can think of. But yeah.
Okay, so like some of the same questions for you.
Okay.
Go. What kind of women do you like?
Physically,
Don't tell me one wearing pajama pants and purple shirt.
Oh, totally. That's what gets me going is
just enough cleavage, hair is up.
Cheer pajamas, purple shirt. Yeah, just
cheer
a little bit
as in happy, not cheer as in cheerlead.
That probably worked for him too.
No, honestly, I like thick women. I think thick women are fucking gorgeous to me. There's just something about like curves and where you can like put your hands and just like feeling everything. It's just it's awesome to me.
What's like thick? I mean, like
thick, not fat, because fat is like big. Like there's like big women, right?
Okay, but can you be small and thick?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So am I considered thick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right with that.
So thick, like nice boobs, nice ass. It doesn't have to be big, but it just round. Thighs. I really like thighs. Like thighs are like just a thing for me. Eyes, a gorgeous face, some kind of imperfection, not a big imperfection, like I don't know, like no ears and shit like that. That's weird. But like just a little.
Sorry, all you girls with no ears.
Yeah, sorry. Like they can hear.
Yeah. But you got those little holes in the side.
Yeah, true. But I mean, like little imperfections, like like a little bit of crooked teeth, like a scar on like their hand or something. I don't know, just some little like imperfection I think is really cool. Hair, I used to like short hair a lot, but now it's like I like really long hair. Nice eyes. Dresses really nice, doesn't dress like shit. I don't like the like go to the indoor swap meet and buy fucking shit off the mannequin. I don't like that shit. Nice jeans, nice shoes. Heels, fuck. Heels are like amazing. That noise, that like that noise is just like awesome to me. That's like you're fucking like you know what you want and you're like ready to do something. Like just it shows confidence. Just that whole walk. And let's see, personality wise, I like girls that are funny. I like girls that are really sweet, but not overly sweet because I'm not like super PDA affectionate, but just like really sweet and like very kind of show interest in the shit you like, but don't really care, I guess. Like just at least show interest that they know it's important to you. I think that's a big deal. Definitely supportive and also understanding, I would say, because there's girls who like don't understand why you do those things or why you do this. Definitely somebody that understands that the things that I would do make me happy, and I would hope that you would support them in.
So some of the no's, definitely nots.
Definitely not. Freckles. I'm not into freckles.
I guess Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, I know. Freckles. Let's see. You know what? No freckles, but I like sunspots. Sunspots, like on their chest and stuff like that. I don't know why I think that's attractive.
But I still call those freckles. But anyways.
Oh, there's a difference because they're bigger.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Let's see. Definite no's. When they're just big and they wear tight clothes, not into it. Not into it at all. Double chins, like big ass double chins. I'm not into it. Really skinny, like bony skinny. Don't like it. Bony skinny and then try to dress cute and they're just like flat. Don't like it. Let's see. Women who talk with their drink. That bugs me for some reason. Set your drink down and then talk. Like, I don't like women that talk with their drink because to me it shows like they're like, what's the word? They're like lushes, because they talk with their drink. They can't put their drink down because they're always drinking it. So it's like I don't like that. Women who dance when there's like in the passenger seat and you turn on a song to just mellow out, and they fucking dance like it's like a club. No. Singing as well. No. But gentle singing.
This is a long list of qualifications.
But gentle singing, I'm into that.
I don't know either.
That's really about it. Yeah. I'm sure there's a few definite no's too, but
yeah. I hope people send you like information on like definite no's and stuff like that. I'd like to see some
That'd
of those.
Be fun.
And like their thoughts on like, you know, the age difference and some of the different things that we talked about.
Yeah, the age difference one's a good one because I honestly think older women, like nowadays, older women are really attractive. Like they tend to keep themselves up and really like kind of stay with the times. You know what I mean? Like you don't see women wearing whatever the fuck you wore in the 80s, but you know they dress nice. They dress like with the nice jeans, like skinny jeans and all that shit. And I think that's real cool. I would honestly. You see older women at bars and stuff, and the younger guys like that, and they go up and talk to them. I think that's real cool. I don't really think, like you said, age is a difference anymore. Like I mean, people like who they like, so that's a cool.
Is there a gap that's too big? Age difference that's too big?
Yeah.
What is
It'd
that?
Be like.
Please let me know before I make a mistake.
On it, 20 years, 20-year age gap. Nah, don't work. That's too big. But who knows? Maybe they're just right for each other. I kind of believe those like soulmate things. So, maybe they're meant to be together. Who knows? But yep. With that, I'll go ahead and. Is there anything else? Anything else we had?
Did we cover all the hypnosis stuff?
I think so.
Yeah. As we were talking about before, I know they were talking about like the visual stuff. I did see some things that were really, really cool. I had asked for being more positive and not fearing anything and my anger. There was a point where I was told that we were at a beach and I was throwing stones into the ocean. Well, anxiety was one that I threw really far away, meaning that this is just, to me, this was just a point in my life where I'm just going to get over it and it'll be fine and I won't have anxiety ever again. The anger was something that I threw a little bit shallow. I still saw, but to me, it was showing that like, my anger kind of shows my passion and that's always going to stay with me. Then the fear was this huge boulder, meaning something that was just holding me back because I am kind of fearful of a lot of things. I threw it and it sunk like to the deepest, darkest depths of the ocean to where no one will ever find it and it's completely gone. So that was one thing that I did get. Another one was I was, Jim was saying, I was inhaling, was it positive stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Or, okay.
So wait, you were collecting, when you inhale, you were collecting all the negativity and
then
you had to exhale it.
And then I exhaled it. So as I was collecting it, it was just simply air. But as I was exhaling, it was fire. And it was just like this full-on stream of fire. And then it went to smoke. And then it went to ashes, as if all this stuff, all this negative energy that I was getting was just completely gone. And when I was done, I felt way more relaxed and just really good. So that was a lot of the visual stuff. And I just wanted to cover that because I hadn't said it. But as far as that too, we did get a boost where Jem came in and gave us a bit more hypnotherapy, and we just felt more relaxed. And how did you feeling after the boost?
I felt relaxed. Yeah, felt good.
It's really seems like it's too easy to work sometimes. Like okay, this is just like too easy. I don't have that to do anything, but it it can work for you. So
it worked because definitely towards the end of the week, I started getting back to my old routine of getting tired and. I let the clothes sit on the bed for another day, and I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. But then the boost came, and it's like, okay, got to get up, got to clean, got to do this. So I guess it's just like a reminder more than anything.
So the hypnotherapy is a really awesome tool. I know we kind of jumped around today, and that was partly my fault because I did have an outline, but just we're all busy, and we just couldn't get to it on a Monday. But it's here now, and for those listening, I'm definitely getting that outline together so it won't be so jumbled. But hopefully the next episode is better. And yeah, it's going to be good. Stay tuned for next week as we do the past life regression. That one's going to be real interesting, so hopefully get into it. Thank you again for coming in.
Maybe they can message you if they're interested in doing it. We can do it in a group or something.
Yeah, so you hear that, if you guys are interested. Also in the hypnotherapy, definitely hit up Jem. send me a message and I'll forward it. Like I said, if you're just friends with me or if you're friends with both of us, friends with Elaine, send her a message. She'll forward it too. And yeah, and then we can get a group together to do this past life regression, and also the hypnotherapy as well if you're interested. So thank you again for coming.
My pleasure.
And I am Derek, and I'm saying goodbye. Elaine.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Take care, guys. Thanks.